No, I totally get it. I mean, I hate people that that boast and show off whatever they have. I think it's incredibly distasteful. Um, I just happen to be lucky to have a collection of watches. It's just happened per chance. I'm not some rich kid. And it's actually quite a funny story, really, and I thought maybe I'll share it with you. So, this watch here is the brand new Focus. There we go. That's the new root beer. Brand spanking new. Now, I got that brand new. I got it from a dealer in Cologne, Germany. Now, how did I get this watch? It's a funny story. Now, if you watch some of my old videos, you would have noticed that I had a Batman, a Rolex Batman. And most of you think it was fake. And almost everybody's Rolex is fake. But my watch was not. It was real. And there's a funny story behind it. I didn't want the Batman. I did not want that watch. I wanted a standard GMT. You see, I come from a diving family, deep sea divers, and submariners have been my goal, aspiration, and have been the ultimate watch for myself. However, when I worked offshore, you'd find that a lot of the older guys, they had GMTs. And I would ask them, why is that? And they told me because the boats move, we change time zones quite a lot. And it was nice to be able to just quickly, change time zone, click, 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 click. Or you can do a quick hour change, or you can rotate the bezel. There's multiple ways of doing it. So it was nice to be able to do that, and it helps with sleep, and it helps keep you mentally stable, if that makes sense. And it's very important offshore because you're stuck on a boat for 28 days straight in a sealed container, in like a sardine tin. And the Submariner and the GMT, they're basically exactly the same watch. They share the same materials. They have the same dive ratings. Look, is it even listed on there? I don't think it is, but they go down 200 meters, and most deep sea divers, they don't go further than 200 meters. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know a single deep sea diver, rich, professional, old, they don't use Rolexes anymore. We used to. They used to up until about 1980, when they used to be about £500 or £1,000. Once they went to about £1,000, they stopped using them. And they used to use them with NATO straps as dive watches. After that, then they switched to Casio or Seiko or anything, because, there's just no point. It became a fashion item, a status symbol. And so we'll be at dinner, and you'll just see everyone's left arm, and you just see like a wave of left arms of submariners, and you could tell the Yank or the Americans with the yellow gold submariners, and you could tell the wise older guys depending on what model Rolex they had. So if they had an older Rolex Submariner, or if they had an older GMT. And I learned a lot from those guys. Now, this is genuine. This is a root beer. Now, so how did I get this watch? You can't get this watch. I mean, you can, but you have to pay through the nose for it. But I didn't. So I walked into a dealer in, where was it? And everyone didn't have one. And I walked into a Rolex dealer. Now, was it in London or was it in a smaller town? I can't recall. But it was a Rolex dealer. And I walked in and I said, "Do you have a GMT?" And I was ready to walk out because the normal answer is no, we don't. And they're like, "No, we don't. But actually we have the BLNR, which is the Batman." I was like, "Oh, okay." A gentleman put has been on lists for it, and he was supposed to collect it a week ago, and we haven't been able to contact him, and he hasn't come to collect it. And I said, I'll take it. And he goes, well, I'm going to have to, check with management. I was like, oh, sure, by all means. So I sat around and waited. I ended up buying a Batman GMT, brand new, from Rolex for £7,995, RRP. Brand new. That actually happened. And not only that, I got a 0% finance. Because they did that deal at the time. Oh God, I got 0% finance at regular retail price on a GMT. I never do finance, but when it's 0% and it's a Rolex, I will rip your hand off. And so that's how I ended up with the Batman. I like the Batman, but I don't feel like it suited me. I never liked it that much. I preferred the old school watches more. Anyway, I was being hunted on Instagram and various other places, Facebook, for my watch, because people knew what it was, and I was offered silly money. And the prices just kept jumping, and it got to the point where they're like £14,000. I think they are £14,000. This watch here is half rose gold. This is rose gold. It's very heavy. It's half rose gold. Is it 14 karat or 18 karat? 18 karat? I think it's 18 karat rose gold. I could be wrong. Could be 40 karat. I forget what Rolex do. They have a weird gold thing. But anyway, I was offered this watch as part exchange. I was offered a brand new root beer rose gold, which this watch costs more new, which is about £14,000 or £12,000, than the Batman. And so what do you think I said? I was like, oh, absolutely, thank you very much. I'll have that. And so that happened, and that's how I ended up with this. And I'm too scared to wear it, and it's still got some plastic on it, if you can still see. Yeah, I don't know if you can still see. It's still got plastic bits on it. I'm too scared to wear it. It's a beautiful piece, but I don't think it suits me. And I've got all the paperwork and stuff, so I think, I don't know. I've just heard the price has jumped on this, actually, and I can see why. And then things get more complicated because, again, we're going back to the first world problem. Yes, that's right, CHNR. Oh yeah. Let's see if it focuses. I'm using an iPhone, by the way. That's full rose gold. Full rose gold. Yeah, doing this with one hand and trying to keep these watches. Come on. Stay focused. There you go. So there you go. There's a full rose gold. However, there's a little secret about this. This is a 1-to-1. This is not real. It's beautiful. And, I mean, it fooled you, right? I mean, look at them. Good luck telling them apart. I can't tell them apart. Very difficult to tell them apart. But, of course, adjusting them you can tell because it's an ETA movement. The adjustment on these things are terrible. Yeah, this is a fake. I just bought it for giggles. This, however, is a bad boy. This is the real deal. This is a GMT Master 2 fat lady, and she is my treasure. I wear her every day, nearly every day. She is the real deal. Look at the dial there. Look at all the little marks on it. All the scratches. I love the way that, the old Rolexes, people seem to think that Rolexes, the new Rolexes, yeah, they have a very hefty, chunky, expensive feel, but the old Rolexes, no, they don't. They feel like a cheaper watch. But I tell you what, right now, I can tell you, this keeps better time and holds time just as well as this. But then again, well, if you look at the time now, what was it? Just a couple of minutes, 10 to 11. And yeah, a couple of minutes. This is actually more accurate. That's off. This is actually worth more money. And I love it. I love it a lot. It's a great watch. The Fat Lady is a very special model. It's scratched, it's scuffed, it's worn, but I've got boxes and papers. This is the real deal, baby. This is 1986 Top Gun, I call her. And she's a wonderful piece of watch. I don't know what you would call it. It's just engineering. It's beautiful. I don't like to boast, but I just thought I'd share this with you. So I don't like fakes. I bought the other one just for giggles. I've seen them. It's a very good fake, that one. It really is. You'd have to be very, very sharp-eyed to know. But I just wear it if I'm going somewhere dodgy, you know. But this is my daily watch. I love it. You can see it's got scuffs and marks on it, and I don't care. I'll never sell it. And the price keeps going up. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with the market today, but that's what's going on. So, guys, what do you think? This is just part of my collection. I don't want to show all of them. I don't want you thinking I'm some kind of show-off, showboat. You know, but I'm thinking of selling this because the price has gone up and it doesn't suit me. I really feel like it doesn't suit me. Yanita says it does because I'm getting tanned and, you know, my skin color is going rose gold, she says, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys let me know. But yeah, first world problems, right? But honestly, I think the old 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s Rolexes are the ones. They're so dependable. Pick them up. If you see any, you know, even a Master 1 or Master 2, I've seen a lovely Pepsi recently. I might pick that up. And just get, I think I'm just going to get rid of new ones and just keep the old ones. There's just something about them. There's something magical about these. You can tell there's a lot of love that's gone into these. I mean, I don't know if you can, let's go look at that. And you can see the amount of love and affection that has gone into that. That's all hand done. All done by hand, you know? It's all done by hand. I mean, they churn out a lot of watches now, Rolex. And when this one was made, this was a different era. This was a very different era. This was when Rolex really, really cared. I don't believe they do anymore. They're very much a money brand now. Let me take this one off. Okay, this is what you look at now. I mean, just compare them. It's like one's been taking HGH and steroids, and the other one, I mean, they both do exactly the same thing. But I'll be honest with you, I think this is the classier, prettier watch. And the irony is, I think this is now worth more money than that, even though that's got gold. This doesn't. I don't know. But I'm a massive fan of GMTs. I think they're fabulous watches. And they were overlooked for a long time, and now people are starting to cotton on like, oh, hang on a minute, it's a submariner with an extra feature. Because that's what they are. They're submariners with an extra time feature. They're fantastic. Fantastic watches. So there you go. There's some of a tiny part of my collection. I used to love Tudor, but that's another story. Lady Gaga, David Beckham, and all the rest of it. Blah, 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 blah. for watching. No pun intended. Bye bye.